Alright. No one's online yet, but thought I would get started anyway. Hopefully you guys will pop in, hang out with me. Oh wait, somebody is in here. Morning, Lady Justice. How are you? Welcome to the stream. D-Series head and arm. Zoe says she has the head, so Ethan must find the arm in the old house. I forgot where I left off. Oh. You're doing good. That's good. Xeranx, you have interrupted my viewing of YouTube videos for the last time, Brian. Oh, Lady Justice had some wisdom teeth pulled out. I've never had that. I have had to pull a tooth though. Like I think it was last year or something. It's painful. Well, thanks for keeping me company, guys, while I play around with this game. So, let me see. I have some leftover space. Find the serum ingredients. Find the arm in the old house second floor. So the old house first floor. I think I now have the key. And I did the boss fight, but I don't have... I was that room I couldn't get into, I guess. And then open the old house second floor door, which is the thing I gotta do first. Alright, well, let's give it a shot. Yeah, that's... I went over there. I'm listening. I think I just took the long way. Maybe. Nothing. Crunching sounds. Oh my god. Yeah, that sucks, man. Oh wait, there's a hole. Doll. Mm-hmm. Oh, right, this is locked. I need a counterweight. Okay, that's what it was. You know what's funny is that I know this is in first person um, scares, but first person shooters typically are, I guess I just drop down here.
What the fuck? Well, that's special.
Okay, hold on. First person shooters are, they're usually about aim, right? And in this game, it's not like especially difficult to aim. Um, so it's almost like not really taking advantage of what the mechanics are. And then I know I sound nitpicky, but being that this is more focused on atmosphere and mood than, and like getting an emotional reaction, it's like way more about that than it is aiming. All right, give me the jump scare at the top of the ladder. Oh, that's weird. Treasure photo. Oh, unlock the shortcut. So I can get back into the trailer park if I wanted to. Got me some strong chemical fluid. Um, can't make that. Can't make that. Morning, John. Yeah, that door's locked. So I guess I gotta go up there. So I came in. Just looking around. Can't go that way. Separating agent. Solid fuel. Okay. Herbs. I feel like I'm being prepared for something. Alright, let's see. What can I make? I can make flame rounds for the grenade launcher, which I don't have. That's weird. Why aren't the herbs taking up any, or am I just... Do I not just see it? Oh yeah, they're right there. 3 herbs. Good afternoon, Great Indoors. Talking about Resident Evil, how's Chicago doing currently? It's the same. I mean, chem fluid. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I see. So you can separate chem fluid. Right, of course it is. Of course that's what it does. I mean, Chicago's okay. You know, I told my mother about what I was doing. She lives here. She really doesn't want me to leave. It really upset her when I told her. And my mom, you know, she's got TDS and Trump derangement syndrome, I mean. And so it's part of like, see, when you have Trump derangement syndrome, your feelings about everything are completely different. Like the riots, the lockdowns from COVID, the economy, who's to blame for shit. I can't have a conversation with my mother about this. It's impossible. She just doesn't want to talk about it. Her bug's in there. Wait a minute, don't I have a photo of a toilet? Different toilet. So anyway, she's going, I think, I don't know, I'm gonna try and today. She's likely gonna try and make me feel like terrible for leaving her or something. And the thing is, my brothers, they're kind of a mess. Right? Psychostimulants. Locked. Stairs. This is where I came in. Okay. Alright, let's see. So, this gate's blocked. I guess I just need to try going up the stairs.
Settle this! You look up! You scamper your way out of this!
Okay. Oh my god, it's taking him forever to reload. They shoot you right in the fucking old person diaper. I'm all out. I'm all out. No, ma'am. Oh boy. I need ammo. Shit. I'll have to switch to the handgun. Oh, yeah, buddy. I'm almost dead. You fucking... I wasted a lot of resources in this fight. Oh my god. Can't believe they have you shoot her there. Where the fuck? You shot her where, dude? Yeah. Let me read your comments really quick before I try that again. Zeranx, my mom was like that. She's going to vote for Trump, though, because she sees him as a positive for Nigeria. I haven't been following what's going on there, so I don't remember why Trump would be good. Yeah, I shot her in the hive, I guess. I mean, it's... this is... There's a little bit of try-hard, gross out stuff in this game, it seems. Lady Justice says, my Danish grandma has TDS. She absolutely despises Trump. Yeah. Have your mother watch Trump being funny on loop and see if she cracks a smile at one point. Then you got her. No, my mom actually has an irrational, emotional, angry response to just hearing his name. It's like really, really bad. That's not a design choice Neil Druck movie. No, it's not. But he's the pioneer, guys. He's the pioneer. See, you almost have to be like as I don't give a fuck as Japan. Because that's the thing. Like, Japan don't give a fuck, right? Alright, so I'm exploring this boss room. I can't open that. Just to make sure I got everything I need. I'm gonna make a strong herb. That'll give me some space. I like how beat up this fucking place is, like how trashy it is, but that looks like a brand new fucking water heater. Did they just get that? Like, that looks really well maintained. Hey, Richard. Alright. This door is locked on the other side. I guess we try this again.
Don't you worry none!
I think she's like putting a hive down or something. I think that's why these things keep coming. No, bitch. You missed, bitch. What the fuck? Oh my god, I can't believe this shit. I'm gonna get out of here. This is fucking retarded. I'm gonna take some psychostimulants. Bitch. Uh-oh. Where is she? Oh, I got no bullets left.
There's no escape, city.
I can't make shit, man. Got shotgun shells. There's like chem fluid lying around, but nothing to combine it with. Alright, how am I doing health-wise? Oh, that's not good. You missed. You missed, bitch! I'm gonna shoot you in the pussy. Dude, it takes so much ammo to fucking fight these bosses. It's like a real drain. Fly swatter, is she dead? Yeah, actually, you probably should be.
Poor Evie's gonna be heartbroken.
Right.
I'm not gonna miss you at all. Come on now with me. You're gonna
These fucking bugs. Uh-oh. this bitch on fire. Excuse me?
Fucking stay dead, okay?
All right. Shooter in the hive. When you're a demon, they let you. The whisper song is great. What whisper song? Oh yeah, the Yin Yang twins. Holy shit. All right, let me go back to what I was doing. Yeah, so I was saying before about that the thing that's ironic about this game is that I am enjoying it. There's definitely some like they definitely went back to the horror aspects, right, of survival horror. Man, god damn it. I gotta like make some space here. What's this? Solid fuel. I wish they could do this a different way. Alright, so I can't make anything because I don't have... I'm either missing one thing or I'm missing something else. I'm out of bullets. I'm low on fuel. I'm gonna pop some psychostimulants. That'll make space. I'll be able to get the handgun. And I'll be able to, like, hunt down all the other shit that's missing, too, so... Oh, fuck. That was a mistake. I did not mean to do that. Okay. I guess I'll grab this. Yeah, there's shit up there. So I want to go back up there and get the shit. Strong chemical fluid. I don't really need it. This door is still locked because I never unlocked it. So there was definitely stuff in this room. Oh. More burner fuel, okay. Switch to that. Let's drop down. Get some of this shit. Oh, can't grab it. Is that also chemical fluid? It is. Do I have strong fuel? I do. Dude, there's like 4 chemical fluids in here. Ooh, shotgun shells. Now we're talking. Alright. I'll have to come back for all this chemical fuel that's in this room. Maybe I'll come across another save point, or I can go back to one. Let's see what time it is. 8:41. Okay. Oh shit. I need that fucking... Alright. What does that exclamation mark represent? Small keyhole. Oh, for the lockpick, I think. What's up with this? What does this mean? What's like what is that? What is that? How is that ladder just there? I like how there's like splashes of yellow paint like wherever you can like drop down. You can go this way. Look, see? Okay. So I'm gonna have to go like lighten up the load and come back. So I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm not gonna go this way. I mean, I guess I could see what's over here, but it might just be a shortcut. Yeah, it's just a shortcut. So hopefully I'm not gonna run into any bullshit. I'm gonna head over to the trailer park. To drop off some stuff. Okay, so we're gonna put away the photo. Let's see. I'll leave the solid fuel. Put away the crow key for a second. And the separating agent. I don't need that. Okay. Do I have any coins in there? I feel like I did. I did. Let's take those out. Let me use them on this. Try and get this Magnum. Got a Magnum. Has one bullet. Large caliber firearm, has a lot of bite, but a lot of recoil too. Alright. I'm gonna put this in away for now. I don't think I need it. So. Oh shit. How much ammo? 3 bullets? I'll put that away too. Once it becomes a, if I start picking up ammo, I'll come back and get it, but I won't sweat it for now. Alright, so now I've made some space. So let's go in here and grab those chem fluids because I need them. Let me grab this first. Obviously I'm gonna need that. I hope it doesn't take up a lot of space. It doesn't. Okay. There's one. There's 2. And I believe there was one over here. There's 3. What? Alright, no problem. I can make an herb, so I will. I could make more burner fuel, but I'm not gonna sweat that right now. I think I'll wait a bit. Okay. And there was something over here. Strong chemical fluid. Oh, so they take up space individually. So fucking gay. I don't have any gunpowder. I can make one of these, and I will. It's always, it can never hurt that you can't have too much herb. All right. So now I think I'm done in this house. So let's get out. Alright, once again, I'm going to go back to the trailer park, maybe drop some stuff off. And I'm going to save, too. Coffee's good. Let's see. Let's put away the chem fluid and the strong chem fluid. Wait, do I have any? I do. I have gunpowder. So I can actually make something. Let me think here. So, okay. So do I make more handgun ammo or more shotgun ammo? I think that the answer should be obvious. So we're gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna put it away. I'm gonna bring out the gunpowder. And we're gonna make some shotgun. Oh no, enhanced handgun ammo. Oh, there is no way to make shotgun ammo, is there? Well, that's okay. Okay. So we'll put this away and get the chem fluid out. It's fine. It's as long as I use it. So now I have 2 slots open. I can go back and get that other shit. You can't have too much herb. That's correct. You are correct, sir. So, do you guys know who Sheriff David Clark is? We'll be talking to him next week. Is there anything? I mean, if you don't like him, you don't like him. It's fine. That's neither here nor there. But what would you, even if you don't like him, what would you like me to ask him? If you guys know who he is. If you don't know, I'll tell you a little bit about him, but you guys should be able to find him online and stuff. Alright, so drop down here. Actually, wait, the thing I was looking for is over here. I didn't have to go upstairs to get it. Oh, I got that. Wait a minute. What did I... Oh no, I'm done. I got everything from in here. Okay. My bad. I gotta go back to the old house. The Fox News sheriff, right? It's like Jesse Lee. I mean, Clark is like Jesse Lee? I don't know. I hope nothing happens while I'm going down here. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a show or anything like that, and he's extremely no nonsense. Let's set some motherfuckers on fire if people start shit. Oh, I didn't save. Shit. I'm gonna have to go back and save. There is a save point in here. I just have to go into this hallway. He wants to ask the serious questions, lol. Do black men need to protect black women? Yeah, it's a good question. I'm sure he'd probably say yes, because he's like extremely... He's... He's pretty conservative. I'm fairly certain. He'd probably go with that. Alright, saving here. Alright. Looking at the paintings. But I mean, like, again, you know, we can talk to people that we don't agree with. And we don't even have to, like, get into the whole, like... Where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. That's why when I talk to Jesse Lee Peterson, like, I like him for the stuff that he does on his show, but I don't necessarily agree with him. You know what I mean? It seems strange because I get a lot of shit like from it's like I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I get a lot of shit from people when I do these fireside chats with people that they don't agree, you know, and I don't necessarily agree with on some things, maybe even a lot of things. But they complain that I'm even talking to them. But at the same time, there'll be the same people who are like, why don't you get more people on that disagree with you? It's like, what do you... Like, I'm interested in talking with people that want to solve the problem, you know, and they're aware of the problems, even if they have a different remedy for the problem. But if their remedy is different, I'm not going to hold it against them. Because at the end of the day, they want to fix it. You know, there are people who don't want to fix it, and they'll tell you they do, but they really don't. You know? There's nothing in there. Alright, let's do it. Where's the lantern? Why is my flashlight dying? I mean, I don't blame the little girl being scared. I'm like a stranger with a flamethrower. Okay. That's cool. That's not weird. Art. Yeah, all of this is okay. All of this is okay. I don't find this strange at all. Is that a record? Man, I miss those. It's the way it is, Brian. You have to factor your audience is primarily left-leaning. I lean more to the right nowadays, thank you, the Young Turks, though I find it easier to listen to left-wing people than the right. Have you noticed a change in perception within the black community regarding the Republican Party? If yes, you think it is a significant sign? That's a good question. I'll ask him about that. I wonder if the kind of stuff that Candace Owens and Brendan Straka is having an impact on the larger black community, especially what happened between her and Cardi B recently, which Cardi B was just like, you know, just don't talk about politics. If you're a musician, professional whore, it's just not your purview, you know? But I do wonder about that. I'd like to have more optimism. Stuff flying around in there. It looks like another lantern. Nothing back here. They have a lot of cat boxes, like these sort of travel things. Well, not really just for cats, they're for small dogs too. Bitch, I will set you on fire. I'm just letting you know. Fuck. Look, man, I'm not looking for trouble, okay? Actually, you know what? I really don't feel that much for Ethan, honestly. His simping should get him killed, to be honest. Something's wrong with her. So moody. All this shit, There are critters that live in these things. I think they're gonna come to life like on the way out. That's why they're laying all this out, so that I have to like run and fight shit on the way out. Dude, this place is a fucking maze. Oh, she's in the detention room. Okay. Or wherever I need to go is the detention room. They're just building tension.
Stay away.
Okay. Let's take a look at, before we get into this, see how my health is doing. I got items. Good. Let's see. Owen's the grifter. She tried doing a Quinn and Anita a few years back. No, I know all about that. I know all about the anti-bullying thing. I think that it's important to not become like the people that you oppose. So I think that it's perfectly reasonable to congratulate or even support the good that Owens is doing while remaining aware of what she's done in the past and being like, because you have to allow people a path to redemption, right? Like if they did something but they were wrong and they acknowledged it and they moved away from it, then we should encourage that in people, because the left doesn't do that, right? That's what cancel culture is. Like, they don't let you recover. They want to destroy you permanently. So I get what you're saying about Owens, and I know that there are people like Tree of Logic and others that are extremely against her, and other people like Officer Tatum. There's a couple of other, like, there's like infighting going on within black conservatism. There are people who think that they're moving, black people from one plantation to another. There are people who believe that, they're just trying to get blacks to stop voting Democrat just because they've always voted that way, and to rather think about why they vote the way they do, and basically do so on principle. I think that that's what Kanye West wants. I think that's what, I don't know if that's what Candace wants. I know I've heard her say that, but I know that's what Brendan Straka wants in general for Walkaway, because he said, I'm not saying you have to vote for Republicans. I'm just saying you should question, why you vote Democrat if that's how you've always voted. Or if you want to broaden the scope of that, you could just say why you support the left, right? Because a lot of people do, and they don't question it because they've been fed this line that the left is, they're the political collective that cares about people. And that's it. That's just been it. They're the ones that care. They care about humans. They care about human rights. They care about minorities. They care about the poor. They care about women. They care about gays. They care about trans people. They care about Muslims, whatever. And that in and of itself, just the idea that one, let's say, philosophically aligned group of people are just better people than everybody else is something that I think people should question. I mean, you could question it and come to the conclusion that you're still on the left, and I will respect you a lot more than if you just, go along with it because you were told to by CNN, MSNBC, or the Young Turks, or, some electoral official, or some feminist academic, or Brett Weinstein, or whatever, right? Just doing what you were told. And I think that's ultimately what it is. But I get what you're saying about Candace Owens. I'm not a follower, so I don't know everything that she does. But like Larry, like I like people like Larry Elder, as far as like right-wing blacks, I guess. Like there's a distinction I'm making between right-wing blacks and conservative blacks. But I like right-wing blacks, but I just like right-wing people, you know, like that are talking about liberty, that are talking about small government, that are talking about libertarianism, you know, that are anti-communist, that are anti-fascist and socialist, because it's all the same shit. Those are the people I like, and I don't care what color they are. But it just so happens that that tends to fall on people like Larry Elder. It tends to be on people like Walter Williams and Thomas Sowell. Um, Coleman Hughes is okay, you know. And I think that Candace is popular because she's young, because she's attractive, because I mean, that really can't be denied. She's female. Like, those things are helpful. We've talked about this on the show, right? That's female privilege. And I'm not saying this to be disparaging. It's just like being a woman speaking about politics gives you a leg up. Look at Carolyn Borisenko. Her takes are pretty lukewarm. They're pretty basic, right? But she's a woman. She's not even like a super hot woman, and she's not a super young woman. She's like overweight, you know. She wears glasses, and she's probably like coming up. I think she's like a millennial, like Lindsay's age, my wife's age. But she's female, so people listen, and she's very big. She's is like huge, and her takes are just kind of normal, right? But I think that that's one of the reasons. That's the reason why Candace is popular. But on the other hand, there's some disadvantages. She's young. She's that's a disadvantage as well, because she can get into arguments with Cardi B and demolish her. But if she comes across someone that is really smart, and there are plenty of people on the left that are really smart, like i.e. they know how to use rhetoric to make you feel like you've lost, she may run into some problems. Because, you know, I remember when she was on Joe Rogan, and they got into a thing about climate change. And Candace did this thing that I think that since then she's grown, so I'm going to be charitable, because I think that would only be fair. But Candace did this thing where she just out and out, like, threw out climate change. Just, I don't believe it, you know. And she didn't have a... And I can understand being skeptical of the climate change rhetoric. Like, there's a lot about it that I think is suspicious, and that's why I'm not 100% on board. But you have to know why. You can't just say you are because you tend to align with people who are, because that's not enough. You have to have your reasoning, right? And she didn't have it yet. She just said, well, I just feel it in my gut. But that was like a couple of years back. So I think since then she's probably learned some things about it, because, you know, she's worked with PragerU, she's worked with the Blaze, she's probably talked with a lot of people, and they probably put forward like, well, here are some things about, you know, the climate change debate that are not being discussed, things like that, which she didn't have before. But you got to do that. Like, it's like, do you guys know who Hunter Avallone is? Hunter Avallone started out, he was sort of like the, you know, I called him bargain basement Chris Ray Gun, because he was kind of doing similar stuff, but he wasn't as funny as Chris Ray Gun was. And of course, he fancied himself a conservative. But as time went on, and I watched, because I was sub to Hunter, because I wanted, you know, I was just watching his videos. I was sub to lots of people. I'm sub to Chris Ray Gun too. And I was just watching his evolution, where he basically moved more towards the left. But I don't think it was so much of a move, because I think that Hunter is an example of what I'm talking about with Candace, except that I think Candace has moved away from this, but Hunter's only like delved deeper into this, which is essentially to say, you never really had an understanding why you were either liberal or conservative, or left or right, more accurately. You didn't really have an understanding as to why you were just drawing a line in the sand and picking a side. And then you would pick that side and behave as though, just like all of the people that you watched that were on the same side towards the other side. So you were just engaging in partisan hackery. You weren't really, you didn't really know why you were conservative or liberal, right? And then, like, Hunter got married. Well, he got his girlfriend pregnant. Because I met Hunter at MythCon. I talked to him for a little while. and he felt very strongly about being conservative, but he didn't really go into it too much. I meant to interview him, but we didn't get a chance to talk for long enough. But anyway, he got his girlfriend pregnant, decided to marry her, kept the baby, and he became super pro-life, whereas I think before he was pro-choice. So on that issue, he planted his flag, right? But on other things, he just doesn't, I don't think he knows all of the arguments, and he hasn't made his case based on that as to where he sits politically. He also started having conversations with Vosh. I actually called him on the phone when he started talking with Vosh. And I told him, I said, man, dude, that guy is scary. And when I say that, I mean it. I mean, like, everyone treats Vosh like a lol cow and shit, and I get that. But the thing is, these communists, they're fucking scary. Because they have so much hatred in them. It's like you can see it bubbling. Like, look at the stuff that Hassan Piker has said. I don't think they're joking. Now, I don't think that they necessarily have the balls to do it themselves, but that's not the thing that's scary about it. The scary thing is that they are okay with, if not outright complicit in essentially genocide. Like, they're okay with it. And a lot of people don't see it. It gets past them, and that's what's scary about it. And I called Hunter, and I was like, dude, this dude is scary, man. He's like, nah, man, he's just trolling, he's not really like that, blah, blah, blah. I've spoken to him. And I'm like, all right. And then, I just let it go, because I'm like, well, I've never spoken to him. But then, since then, Vosh has only gotten worse. And sure, again, he's fat lol cow that wants his Pop-Tarts, and he's lazy, and he's just a commie or whatever. But he's extremely popular on BreadTube, and YouTube is helping him become more popular. And I think that it's something that you should be looking at, because it's not that Vosh himself is dangerous. It's that his ideas are popular with big tech, who is supporting him, and he's getting a lot of reach. And it's people that talk about things in the way that Vosh does, and the media support of that allows that guy Reinl, I think his name was, to shoot a Patriot Prayer dude and kill him. I mean, that leads to that. And I know that sounds like I'm saying the whole left wing, like, rhetoric leads to violence, but it's not just like rhetoric that does that. It's basically like people that are actually like advocating violence that leads to violence, and making people feel as though to do violence on some people is not just like permissible, but it's considered an act of heroism, an act of self-defense. And that's where I have a problem. And plus, you're not allowing, because I mean, people should be able to say whatever they want. I'm a free speech absolutist, but it doesn't work if everyone's not allowed to speak, or at least the opinions are not like put out there. If you have some opinions being repressed and some are being heightened, and then you have people lying, it leads to that. I think that's how you get these problems. Anyway, let's look at your comments. Let me see. Lindsay messaged me too. What's on the agenda today? I will message her later. I allow Owens the path to redemption. She just has to take it. For now, she's saying the right thing, but I don't trust her. Well, yeah, you don't have to like her. I mean, I don't personally have an opinion. I've tried to get her on. If I get a chance, 'cause I'm working up to it. If I get Candace Owens on the show, I will hold her feet to the fire on this. Okay? She might not like it, but I will allow her to say all the things that I think that I can agree with, and identify, the issues important to blacks, but I will also bring up that other thing. And I will basically find out, like, has her opinion on that stuff changed, and why? That's basically what I would get at. Because, like, why is the most important question, right? So, like, if I say, Candace, are you still in support of that, remember when you did that anti-bullying thing? I forgot, whatever it was called, right? That database, whatever. Everyone, there's still a lot of people who are butthurt over that, or upset by that, and they don't trust you. But what I'd like to know is, do you still support that in some fashion? Which, of course, if you do, that's your prerogative. But if you don't, why not? Like, what has changed? And so, like, that answer will be, it'll determine everything, right? And I think no one's asked. A lot of people have brought it up, and she's like, I don't support that anymore, right? She said that many times. I don't support that anymore. But I haven't heard why. Because if she come to the conclusion that the internet should be free and that sort of stuff shouldn't happen and blah, 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 instead of saying, well, I did that because this, that, and the other, and I don't want to be seen as a bad person for doing that because it wasn't, whatever. If I get a good reason, then I think that it's cause to be like, okay, I think that you've probably grown since then. But if no one trusts her, I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Kanye tried to do that. Yeah, it's just Kanye couldn't elucidate his point very well. So he should have thought when he said, 400 years, that sounds like a choice. I know what he meant, but he had to elucidate his point better because normies, like the folks at TMZ, they're just going to have an emotional reaction to that because of their programming. Infighting is fine as long as it's productive. Yeah. A little bit of tension is necessary to keep people honest. The most consistent I find is Anthony Bryan Logan. Tatum is cool. Lucas is a bit more loose than I was aware. I don't know much about Amazing Lucas. I've seen a couple videos. He comes across as kind of moderate in my mind, that just like he pushes back on the excesses of the left, but not necessarily like, normie left positions. So I suspect that he's just a moderate. Tatum is okay. I mean, I don't dislike him. I just, he's just okay. I do like Anthony Bryan Logan. I've watched him too, and I've also reached out to him to get him on the show. I don't know how much he would add, but I do think it's important to talk to black voices that are not woke as fuck. If I could talk to a woke black person, I would too, just to like get them to expose what they really think. And I think that's what Jesse Lee Peterson is good for, by the way. That's his thing. He exposes the left. And when he does an interview, he's polite, and they just say what they're about. I just saw him interview this Native American professor or educator, this Native American lesbian woman, and she exposed her violence, her hatred of America, her hatred of men, it just all came out, and she did so without really realizing that how much that she was showing of herself. So, Caitlin, you mean Carolyn Borisenko grows her hair out and she looks better to me. I don't know, Caitlin. I think you mean Carolyn Borisenko. She has her leftist tendencies still. Don't think that'll go away. Carolyn. Okay, yeah, it is. I think Candace started to change after her visit to the detention center. Also, infighting is fine as long as the arguments made are based on principles. Yup. In a video game, yeah. I saw a bit of Vosh talking to Sargon and I couldn't stand it. Vosh was trying to Dyson the convo. Stop watching. Yeah, that's his whole thing. And he even tells you this. Like, I've seen a few things where he says his specialty is rhetoric, which means not facts. Period. It's just distorting words to make himself sound smarter than you, therefore right. No data, just rhetoric. It's amazing. And he just tells you, amazing. He just tells you that's what he's about. And it's to him, so that means a debate or discussion with Vosh is essentially like a it's just like a language fencing match. It's not actually about the truth. It's about who sounds smarter. And then if you basically sound smarter, then you sound right, And I think that's what a lot of instructors do too. All right, let's get the jump scare out of the way. Why wasn't this locked? Dollhouse. Nobody's here. This is the arm. That's a big ass arm.
Oh, God. I guess this is it.
Put in my inventory. I don't really want to turn my back on this, but let me just look around, make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Oh, the room looks a little bit different. I knew this was gonna happen, right? I called it. Fucking called it. Well, y'all motherfuckers can't open doors, so. Bye, nigga. Okay.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I got it. Are we really gonna be able to make serum with this thing?
It'll be fine. After we make it, we can get out of here. Together. I'll be waiting for you in the trailer.
Alright.
Bullshit. I gotta quit soon. So what I'm gonna do is, let me see, where am I? This is the old house, right? So I'm gonna go save in the, I'm not gonna go to the trailer because I don't know if it's gonna activate like another boss fight or some shit. So I'm gonna go save in the, old house. There should be a save point in here. Like you go downstairs and, yeah, when I go downstairs. Assuming that I don't have to fight some shit when I go downstairs. And I'll read your comments and talk a little bit more about whatever, and then I'll wrap it up. I don't like that there's still blood on the screen. Like, why? I got all my health. It just makes me feel like I'm not completely healed. Alright. Treasure photo. Crow key. Separating agent. Mag ammo. Jojo, you okay, buddy? Jojo's being weird. Okay, I think I'm good. Only got 4 shotgun shells left, though, huh? Okay, let's save. Yes, I do. Alright, let's see. Communists should be treated with the same discretion as fascists, as they basically made from the same authoritarian absolutist cloth. Absolutely. There's no real significant difference between them. I mean, you can that's the thing too. That's part of the rhetoric game, right? If you say there's no real difference between fascists and communists, like somebody like Vosh will be like, "Oh, they're absolutely different," and they'll list off some like things that ultimately don't matter because, you know, he'll say, "Well, they organize their society this way and they're authoritarian," but at the end of the day, you're all authoritarian. Like, no one can live in a society of under communism, fascism, or socialism and not feel the prick of authoritarianism. There's just no way. Or Nazism, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. It's all the same. There's no real significant difference or meaningful difference. So, social autopsy. Consider that title. No, I hear you. If you're going to do a debate, use Vosh to get your speed up. That's all he's good for. Isn't it a guideline within classical education that says rhetoric comes last? It should be. I saw the legs in the doorway. Yeah, I saw that too. Unfortunately, we don't get classical education. We might learn what isms are if we got it. I think that if we actually because that's another thing. You know, there are people who want to reform education. I question whether it's possible. I think that people just either need to homeschool or they need to send their kids to charter school, private school, or Catholic school or military school, like something like that. But basically, you send them to one of those places provided, this is important, provided that those places don't have feminists running the shit, because that's the problem, right? It's like leftist feminist women running education that creates kids sympathetic to feminism. It makes white knights, it makes simps, it makes people sympathetic to socialism, it makes people into sort of, you know, anti-racist, woke, socially aware activists, but it doesn't give them any meaningful or useful skills. You know, like, no one learns civics, no one learns an objective version of history, no one learns what, in the US anyway, no one learns what's in the Constitution, why it exists the way it does. Like, they don't learn those things. They don't learn how to even, you know, when they say critical theory, they're not learning critical thinking. They're not, at all, because otherwise you'd be critical of critical theory, which is something you can easily take apart. So, people have to, when it comes to education, they have to find another way around it in some way. The safest way, and this is what the reason, just right off the top of my head, I went to college and I didn't learn anything that I didn't already know or that was that useful to me. So and it cost me a lot of money. I learned way more about the world from YouTube and the internet than I did from school. That's not good. That's sad. It's expensive. And another thing is, you don't need a college education to be successful. You know how many people that had these massive tech companies that are dropouts or didn't finish or never went. And I'm not saying that those are good things per se, but I'm saying there's something deeply, deeply wrong with education. It's like a real disaster. So, militant atheism school. Unfortunately, we don't get... Okay. That's why one parent has to be at home. I think part of being a parent is checking in on the schools your kids attend. Yeah, or teaching them yourself. Like, you notice that before we had public education, right? Um, Mothers would educate their children. That was part of what they did at home. That was one of their domestic duties, right? In like sort of a, typical household. So the mother wasn't just taking care of the home, but she was educating her children, teaching them to read and write and mathematics, things like that. When public education came, essentially the mother's duty of educating her child just became the duty of other women to educate their children. I mean, yeah, there were male teachers as well, but I think they've always been like kind of in the minority, unless they were teaching a specific trade, in which case you had like a slightly different kind of program, whether it was an apprenticeship but like when it came to like academic studies, the basics, it was mostly women. And so what's going on today is interesting because it's supposedly moved away, like sort of gave the mother less to do, but there are still women doing the job. And those women are like mothers. They're like babysitters these days, right? So it hasn't like changed much. You're basically taking a womanly duty and you're just giving the job to other women that aren't that invested in the child. In fact, they're probably more invested in like passing their let's say point of view, their worldview onto these women's kids. And those women are themselves maybe not that likely to have kids because they have other minds that they can mold, So it's like they're just being someone else's mother. It doesn't change much. I think that maybe in a I have to think about how I put this because I'm not advocating for this per se, but it would seem to me that in a really traditional organization of parenting, a mother would educate her kids as part of her job as a mother and as a wife. And if you look at Islamic countries and third world countries where they don't have public education, that is what they do. The mother educates the children in the family. So our model isn't that far removed from that. It's just that the mothers aren't doing it. But I think that having parents involved with their child's development and their education is a massive step because they can keep an eye on what their kids are being taught, assuming that they themselves are not also indoctrinated to agree with what those teachers are teaching their kids. And I think that goes back to having a man around. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks guys for hanging out on the stream, and I will talk to you later.